Don't not a single one of you ever doubt me again! Listen, does this fix every issue I have with Anran's design? Fuck no! But it proves the devs were listening, understand what we're saying, and care about these designs as much as I, and I'm sure plenty others do. And for that, I must applaud the devs. The fact that I complained about her eyes in motion having a fierceness to them, that the actual shape contrasting with that idea, and then the word used to describe them in the update video was fierce, I know they're not, but I'm going to take that as the Overwatch team listening to me specifically, because things like that make us as players, or us as critics, feel heard. In the past, I've struggled with conveying my message in a constructive manner whilst trying to also convey the importance of a design in changes like this, so this is why this video is here. Because not just the changes to Anran's face, but the video accompanying it make me feel like I'm not just an old man screaming at the clouds. Character design is an art form, one of, if not my favorite art form. I love being able to look at a character and understand them, or even want to know more about them. I love when a design truly brings me into the world and gets me more invested in it. Sigma, for example, is a character whose design and story draws a connection to me, and the character Sigma is one of those characters that has a niche that I happen to love that makes me practically turn into the character when playing him. Everything with that character comes together so perfectly that when playing him I don't even think about the game anymore. I just think about how much fun I'm having being this scientist who lost his mind. And with Overwatch, the designs aren't seen as much as you would in like Marvel Rivals and other games, so a bad design isn't always going to be right in your face, but when playing a character like Vendetta, how much I dislike her design is lingering thought in the back of my mind. I don't get the fun of simply being the wolf because Vendetta doesn't feel like she's the wolf. As much as I love playing Anran now, that connection still felt lost for that exact reason, and to be honest, even after the change it still will. Because simply changing her face isn't going to fix everything. As I said in my previous video, it's not just her face that I dislike. But we're getting a little off topic. The fact that we're trying to re-establish that connection between player and a character's design proves how important this really is. Because even if you don't care how the character looks, even if you don't care about the story of the game or the character that you're playing, for some of us that's an integral part of our gameplay experience. Some of us aren't sweat lords who will only hop on to play ranked. Some of us just think, man, I miss playing my main. And me personally, I want each character in this game to be someone's main that they miss playing, because that means someone's character is beloved by someone who didn't create them. And there's not much more beauty than that to me as an aspiring character designer myself. I truly, with all of my heart, care about the story of my favorite media, even if that means I have to read a fucking webtoon, I guess, Blizzard. And how well a story is told through how a character looks will always be important to me. And I've realized in hindsight, especially in that Anran video, I've been excessively harsh in the past, which is why I'm here to say, good effing job, Blizzard. I hope future characters can succeed in the aspects where Anran still fails for me, and I hope even more that Blizzard will be responding to the feedback we as a community give. My goal with these videos is never to be correct, it's to be a mouthpiece for those who think like me, to inform those who are uneducated on what can make a design quote-unquote good, and to find a consensus among fans of the media I enjoy. And that doesn't always mean agreeing with me. If you think I'm spewing absolute BS, let me know, please! But also, for some of you in the future, do your research, please. The amount of people who disagreed with my Anran takes off of the basis of me supposedly not understanding her character just for the devs to literally describe the changes as an accompaniment for the traits I described in my Anran video, and then for a similar thing to happen in my Domida video when I was talking about how much I like that she's a talentless Nepo baby, just for someone to be like, she's not talentless, it's supposed to be a play on how people assume women rise to power without any skill, as if I said she was skillless and not talentless. Which is fucking hilarious, by the way, because I literally presented an example of Domina lacking skill, but here we are. I swear, people will act as if you pointing out a character flaw is you ignoring a real-life problem. Like, yes, it's cool that that's how you wanted to interpret it, and you can have your headcanons as you please, but that's not what the fucking lore says, bro. To conclude that little ramble, if I'm expected to do my research in depth, you are even more expected to do yours in depth when correcting me. All love, though. Once again, I'm very open to corrections, because once again, I want these videos to help us as a community find a consensus. We need to find out what we want collectively so we can know how to complain properly and whine and ask Blizzard to give us what we want. I think that's all I have for now. I'm gonna be working on something soon. I don't know what video it's gonna be. Hopefully the Malga one. I'm so sorry for just pulling a Corey Kenshin and just lying for no reason. And then going ghost for like 2 weeks. Life's been lifing, but thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out the next one. Like, subscribe. Peace.